Hey, what's going on, you guys? D-Mac here with another episode of this Carver Lewis series where we try to beat Ray Bourque's all-time career point record of 1,579 points. We are starting the 16th year of Carver Lewis's career. Let's really quickly take a look at the edit line screen. I just want to jump right into it. Eskalainen, McCallum, and Stillman. We got Lowry, Kessler, and we picked up Antonio Strange, the 32-year-old. We got Joey Perry, we got Damian Ritzy, who's making his NHL debut this year, young 23-year-old guy we drafted. We got Hank Olmark, Quincy Norris is coming back yet again, he does not want to leave, and Uldrich Rosa. Now on defense, we made a few changes. We got Carver Lewis and Lazarev, that will never change. We got Lionel Quirk. We picked up, he's a top 4 defenseman, 80 overall. We always got Jakub Gogolev, and now we got Dwayne Crooks and Matthew Robertson coming in. Now, when it comes to goaltenders, Kozhanov is starting to take a little bit of a drop here, 82 overall, but we got Laurent Beaumedien. After we take a peek at Carver Lewis's current career stats, which are sitting at 1,466 points. See you in the regular season, guys. All right, so after a very, very up and down preseason, let's see what kind of a start to the year we're going to get off to. This team did take a minor step back this year, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am never, ever going to count the Ottawa Senators out. 3-time Stanley Cup champions in the last 15 years. We have won 3 Stanley Cups. We have won 2 or 3 President's Trophies, and there we just finally lost our first 2 games of the year. So about a quarter of the way through the season, we're still sitting, now we're at 14-6-1. I was looking, like, you look back at our edit lines page and stuff, and it's like, we have a decent team, but we don't have that great of a team. So we are kind of overperforming, but in the last couple of games, you can see we're not getting enough goals, in my opinion. Yeah, the 4-goal games, 5-goal games, and up is where you want to be, right? And here we are, pretty much, yeah, we're at the halfway point of the season and we already have 30 wins. It's like, man, I really did not expect our team to do this well at all. I'm sitting here watching this simulation go by, waiting for us to have this really bad losing streak, and it's just not happening. All right, so now we're past the trade deadline, and we are still somehow performing at this just absurd rate right now. You know, we're 45, 20 and 2, and we have 92 points with 14 games left. It's like this like the point totals we're getting this year, and now we're going to go on a losing streak, but the point totals we're getting this year, they just keep continuing to go up. There's 10 games left, and we're only, 6 points away? 3 points away. Okay, even better. There you go. Over 100 points, got another 50-win season, and with the lineup that we had, I truly did not think it was going to happen. I didn't think we had the team to pull off like a potentially almost 110-point season, but that's going to do it for us this year. 52 wins, 27 losses, 3 overtime or shootout losses, and this team, man, this team just got 107 points. So yet again, 33-year-old Carver Lewis has a 110-point season, 40 goals, 70 assists, 110 points, plus 14, 33 years old, and he's got 1,576 points! Dude, Carver Lewis is going to be 34 at the beginning of next season, and he's 3 points away! That's not even a freaking handful! How far can we take this? Look at this. 7 years in a row with 101 or more points. 7 years in a row. And now he's right near the end of his career. He's still 93 overall, elite potential. We got him for 3 more years after this one. Oh my goodness, dude. Let's just jump right into the playoffs. So in the first round, we're going to go up against the Florida Panthers. Let's just skip 5 games in. Here, let's just see how we do against Florida. We seem to get matched up against them a whole awful lot, man. There's a win. So we're 1-1. It's a nice tie there. 1-2, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2. So we very well could jump on to the second round of the playoffs. Let's see how we do. And we did it. We got out of the first round. Now in the second round, we're going up against the Montreal Canadiens. So let's see how we do up against them. All right, game 1, we win it. Game 2, we win. Game 3, I can't see what okay, so we swept them in 4. If you were looking at the calendar like I was, you noticed that 7-4 game wouldn't show up. It said we won the game on May 1st, but I couldn't see the game on April 29th. So let's go to the third round. And in the Eastern Conference Finals, we are taking on the New Jersey Devils. Oh, they won the cup last year, baby. Let's see how we do. We lost. We won. We won. We won. We won. We're going to the Stanley Cup Finals again. Oh my God, dude. So in the Stanley Cup Finals, it is the Ottawa Senators up against the Nashville Predators. Let's see how we do, boys. Can we win our 4th Stanley Cup? Game 1, we win. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we lose. Oh my God, we just won the cup in 5. Holy jumping German Jesus, that is insanity. First thing I want you guys to look at is Carver Lewis getting big points, 30 points in the playoffs, and I can just about promise you, Carver Lewis has taken that Conn Smythe trophy yet again. He has 266 playoff points. He's a plus 52, and he has over 100 playoff goals from the friggin' blue line. Now let's look at the awards. So the Ottawa Senators take the Stanley Cup in the year 34-35, and that is their 4th Stanley Cup with Carver Lewis as the captain and best player on their team. Sabres with the Prez, and it was us versus Nashville in the finals. Let's take a look at individual awards. Quentin Byfield actually got the Art Ross. Barnett with the Hart. Lewis has won the James Norris Trophy every year, I swear to God, for 10 years. 10 years straight he has won the Norris Trophy. Carver Lewis also gets his, I believe, 3rd Conn Smythe Trophy for being the playoff MVP. And that's all she wrote for year number 16, guys. Let's get right on to year 17. So, welcome back for the 17th season of the career of Carver Lewis. Let's just jump right into the edit line screen. Very quickly want to show you what our lines look like in this right now. Escalainen, McCallum, and Stillman on that top line. Omar, Kessler, and Strange on the second line. Third line is Lowry, Ritzy, and Perry. And on the fourth line, we got a couple of a little lower overall guys, but look at this. Mark Colbert, the 15th overall draft pick last year, making his NHL debut on our fourth line. And as always, we got Carver Lewis still at 93 overall. So Carver Lewis has 1,576 career points. He is 3 points shy of Ray Bourque's absolute NHL record points from a defenseman. And this season, he will beat it. He's going to crack 600 goals, 1,000 assists, and he's going to be real close to 1,400 games played. The other guys we got is Artem Lazarev, as always. Lazarev has played every single game of his career with Carver Lewis. He did drop down to an 86 overall, top 4 defenseman. But that defensive defenseman, he's still got what it takes, man. We got Crooks and Gogolev on that second pairing. Quirk and Robertson at the bottom. Dwayne Crooks is a low elite top 4 defenseman. He's only 20 years old. I think he is going to be really great for us. In net, oh, that's scratched. In net, we have a new goaltender, Brian De Silva. So we couldn't get Kojanov to re-sign with us. He is getting older and his overall kind of was dropping. Now look at this guy though. 2 years, $2.5 million. He's 84 overall and he's still in his mid-20s. So I think that's going to be really great for us. And to begin the season, we went 6-1-0 in the preseason. We did win the Stanley Cup last year. And after winning the Stanley Cup last year, we were a contending team. And with a couple of the guys really growing in the offseason, we did jump up to champion rating overall. And we got a 4-2 start to the season so far this year. Let's hope we can just keep this going. So as we approach the quarter-way point of the season, we are 13-6-0, and what has really been amazing to me to watch as this series has gone on has really just been the Ottawa Senators' amazing ability to just remain near the top of the standings. We have 4 Stanley Cups in the last 16 years. We're going to be hopefully going for our 5th Stanley Cup in 17 years, which is pretty darn good. So here we are at the halfway point. Wow, did we ever fall off the map. Unable to score a lot of goals, unable to get a lot of wins. I mean, man, we went from being number 1 in our division to very quickly being like number 4 in our division. It's like, oh man, we're having a hell of a time trying to stay near the top of the standings right now. But I've said it a billion times. I say it like 10 times an episode, and I will continue to freaking say it. That you never count the Ottawa Senators out. Even when they look like they're down, they are still a pretty competitive team. So it literally took us until the day before the trade deadline to actually get our first overtime loss this season. We still have 41. We have 41 wins with 15 games to go, and if we can really turn up the heat here at the end of the season, I think we could end up close to 100 points. I think we're at 89 points with 11 games to go. I think we can pull it off. Wow, and right at the end of the season, it's like we started losing every game. This is ridiculous. So we end the season with a 48-31-3 record. Let's just see how far he dipped. He went down to 96, and he was a minus freaking player. So he did drop down to 92 overall. The 34-year-old defenseman, let's see what he's at. The 34-year-old defenseman shatters Ray Bourque's all-time points record by a defenseman with 1,672 points. He has played under 1,400 games. He has 637 goals and 1,035 assists. The guy's a plus 269. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. So for the 18 trillionth year in a row, the Ottawa Senators are taking on the Florida Panthers in the first round of the playoffs. Let's see how we do. All right, game 1, that's going to go to Florida. Game 2 is going to go to us. So it's a 1-1 tie. Now we're up 2-1 in the first round. Here we go. Game 4 is a 4-2 loss. And game 6, game 6, yeah. So we're up 3-2 in this series against Florida. Sorry, I had a bit of a brain fart there. Let's go to game number 6 and 10-0 win, and we're going to the second round of the playoffs. We really do love it in Florida. Let's go 5 games into the second round. Here we go. 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4. We're out in the second round of the playoffs. So the Philadelphia Flyers won themselves the Stanley Cup. Let's see how Carver Lewis did. He got 16 points in 11 games in the playoffs. Going to his career totals for the playoffs now, he has 282 points. So as far as awards go, Vishnevsky gets the Art Ross, Fortier gets the Hart Memorial, Carver Lewis with, I believe, his 11th consecutive Norris Trophy victory. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Carver Lewis series, where we tried to break Ray Bourque's career totals, and we did by almost 100 freaking points. Tune in next time, where who knows what we can do next time, right? Maybe in the next episode we can try and get Carver Lewis to 2,000 points. You never know. He could be the first defenseman and the second player in NHL history to get to 2,000 points. You never really do know, right? Anyway, like and subscribe if you haven't already. New videos are coming every single day. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. And until next time, have a good one, guys.